mindset. So if I'm responsible for playlists and I'm building playlists, my core remit is I need more people building playlists, and I need more playlists. So I kind of consciously trying to grow the feature set myself. But having many independent siloed teams, each in their own silo, thinking about growth doesn't equate up to, if you add that all together, that might not lead to the growth that's required. So something that Spotify do that I know a lot of other technology companies would do as well is they would have an independent growth team, which would basically be a roving independent team that roves across all of the functionality and looks for big growth wins. And they would independently, kind of in a silo, be thinking about ways that they could build a new feature that would drive more usage, for example. And that would, that kind of freedom to not be attached to any one particular feature set, but to actually think holistically about the product on offer and how to grow its user base often allows for better innovating and better results.
Great. I'm going to jump. I know we're running out of time, so I'm going to jump really quickly to the media streaming and personalization piece. So I know a lot of this is done in the cloud, but I wanted to read through what we think the steps are, and then you can let me know if this is accurate or not, and if there's anything that sounds off to you. So the way that we looked at media streaming, so this is a little bit more media focused, but the way we looked at media streaming is first the company does some forecasting on and network load planning and load management. Then the next step would be they need to authenticate the user and conduct some sort of algorithm-driven personalization and recommendation within the app itself. And then they would do like ad insertion. So this is more video focused. And finally, they would actually conduct what's called adaptive content rendering and streaming. So based on user bandwidth, the content would adapt its quality to whatever the bandwidth was of the user in the moment. That's kind of how we broke it out. What do you see it as on the Spotify end, or if you have any insights onto what a company like Netflix would be doing on their end?
Yeah, I mean, that generally sounds about right. I think the key is the authenticated experience. So when the user is authenticated into the service, you know who they are, and that gives you their unique fingerprints. So in Spotify's case, they know what their last listening session was, what their all-time listening sessions were, who their favorite artists, top artists were, and it's that kind of unique fingerprint that will drive the personalization of the content. Outside of the authenticated personalization, there's unauthenticated ways of personalizing content too, and that's by just using different context triggers. So rather than previous listening history, you can ascertain someone's location or their time. So for example, an unauthenticated personalized experience would be servicing a rainy day 9 a.m. Monday morning playlist, knowing that it's 9 a.m. Monday morning and it's raining in New York for that individual, even if they're not logged in. So that kind of personalization piece is the key. And then more recently they've gone one step further and understood the way in which the user is connected, as you said, and can offer kind of a lower, particularly in video streaming, lower bandwidth or higher bandwidth as per the user's connection.
So you mentioned unauthenticated users. Are companies like Netflix and Spotify using any third-party external data to kind of inform personalization for unauthenticated users?
You don't need to use external, right? So by connecting to the service, you'll know the time and date and location of the individual. So with those three pieces of information alone, you can do an awful lot of personalization. Right? You can surface Easter playlist. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, actually what I'm meaning is I completely agree with you on that, but are they trying to delve deeper? Is there delve deeper?
It's tricky.
It's tricky?
It's tricky to delve deeper because you need the user's permission. So if you were to use a third party, even though they exist, to enrich the user's data. Like, so let's say there's a service called Full Contact, right? You can run somebody's email address through Full Contact. full contact will, on your behalf, scrape the entirety of the internet to see where that email address has been used before, and we'll pull up a user's Twitter profile, Facebook profile, their images, everything that's ever been connected